Then when you've got Angel screaming, Angel does it again. And
that was something, right?
That was something.
I'm sorry, you canceled the support for the game a month ago.
Why would they even host a trade?
I don't know.
And I sit down and he picks up one donut and eats it. So you want to like QA games?
When the rubber meets the road, they're gonna be like, oh my god, I don't like seeing Mario get his skull smashed.
Oh, I would love
It
to see
doesn't
that.
work.
I would love to see
Yeah,
that.
again, like I said.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BattlefieldOne Podcast, the best Battlefield podcast on the planet. Statistically, we're still the best. We are, and always will be. Welcome, where we talk about Battlefield, and only Battlefield, as you guessed it by the title of the podcast. My name is Tom, also known as the Lanky Soldier. This is not my sixth attempt of doing this intro, and I'm being joined by Ray Edmunds.
Wait, what do you mean we only talk Battlefield here? I thought we did decor and home furnishings.
Am
Am I in the wrong house?
Yes, decor, Battlefield decor, yeah. It's just called Battlefield for no fucking reason. Anyway, how's life, Ray?
It is actually going. Not half bad. Nice to know that the company I work for is being bought out, so that's a fun thing in order to know.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. Anyway, guys.
Well, yeah, speaking of buyouts.
Yeah, speaking of buyouts. Basically, there's not much. Well, okay. There's a lot of things to talk about, but because we're like literally a week away from the release of the game, so
Hold on, we gotta do this right. We are down to the last week before the world is introduced once again to the awesomeness that is Battlefield 6.
So we have loads of topics, loads of things to discuss, and we're just gonna wing it. Like, because this, you know what, there's no point discussing something serious, all the news and everything. Well, of course we'll discuss the news, but we're like, you know what, let's just have a casual podcast before the release of the game. We're recording this on Saturday, so if you're on Patreon, you're listening this on Saturday. If you listen to this on public feed, you're gonna listen to this on Tuesday, and it's gonna be like 3 days before the game's release. So let's just have a casual podcast. Let's just talk about something we want, something that is on our mind. No big plan or anything. That's why I've been trying to do this intro for the sixth time, because I'm a moron. But anyway, we're just gonna talk about some Battlefield stuff. We're gonna have some fun, and that's kinda the whole theme for this episode for today.
Besides that, there's no real point in speculating anymore.
Yeah, there's no point speculating. Yeah, exactly.
All bets are off soon, so there's just no more point. Now it's just like, again, like we said last week, we've still got our feet up on the shoreline waiting for the storm to come rolling in, baby.
Yep. So there's no point speculating. Let's just wait for it, just a couple of days, and that's it. Anyway, so before we continue, if you want to know more about BattlefieldOne podcast and everything, please go out to our dedicated website, BattlefieldOne.net. We can learn about us, learn about the podcast, read some news, or listen to old episodes ad-free, and or support us. You know, if you enjoy the content we produce and everything, your support means everything to us. So please check out. So yeah, thank you guys for joining, and enjoy the show. Ray, what kind of topic you want to talk about first? Actually, you know what? No, wait. There's some stuff that I need to mention. Like, okay, still the Patreon promotion is still happening. That's happening. 50% off each tier till the 10th of October. So, like, look, we've been promoting this for the last 2 episodes. If you listen to this on the public feed on Tuesday, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we've been consistent for the last 2 months now. Every Tuesday, we have the podcast released on the same time. So it's like 1 p.m. UK time and 8 a.m. Eastern time, if I got the time zones correctly. So we've been consistent with the podcast release and everything. So every Tuesday, the same time. So anyway, if you listen to this on the public feed, our promotion is still happening. 50% off on Patreon, patreon.com/TheLankySoldier, where you can get all the stuff we've been recording, Patreon exclusively, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, thank you guys for joining in and everything, using the promotion, all that kind of stuff. Oh, speaking of, after this I'll mention this. So yeah, 50% off, and you have 3 days to use that promotion, and it's like $2. Just $2 to get all that content and everything. Yeah.
Use it.
And for those $2, you're gonna get early access to all our episodes for at least a month. So enjoy it. Like literally, it's just there. It's there to celebrate Battlefield 6 release. Use the 50% off on Patreon. Patreon.com/TheLankySoldier. Just enjoy it. Also, as I want to mention this, so a couple of days ago, me, Mateja, and Jan were just at our place. Like we were just like eating food or whatever, just like while chilling. And I was checking Patreon. And as I see, Patreon says to me, "Oh, you have about almost 200 members and 100 paid subscribers on Patreon." Wait.
What?
Wait. I was thinking, no way. Where that came from? Like, instantly 100 new paid subscribers. I'm like, wow, the promotion was doing that well? But
No.
then I have two people to confirm what they saw. They saw the numbers. They saw 200 members and 100 something plus of them are paid. They saw the numbers. Too bad I didn't screenshot it. So I'm thinking, oh, the Patreon is doing really amazing. What the fuck? But as I start checking, the notifications, I start checking the statistics, like the data and everything. I'm like, nothing. There's nothing. I'm so confused. Like there's nothing unordinary. Like where all these 100 people coming from, right? Like I'm so confused. The number says 100 plus paid subscribers. I'm like, okay, but there's nothing in the data and everything. And then, okay, right, I said like, okay, let's give it a couple hours, see if something changes. A couple hours later, I do check. I'm like, okay, we're back to normal Patreon numbers as it was. So I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Weird.
Like, yeah, I was like, what? The number did update to 100 plus Patreon subscribers. So did someone try to grift me? Like, joining and then quitting? Or something like that? Is that what it is? Because, or Patreon fucked up somewhere. I was so confused.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like Patreon fucked up somehow, because that. I mean, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was thinking like, damn, we're doing something right. Finally, 100 plus.
Holy shit!
Yes, 100 plus subscribers. Let's go. But no, I think it's Patreon that fucked up somewhere. Gave me a false hope gave me a false hope that people care about us.
Which sucks. Oh, by the way, speaking of false hopes, I'm going to take like 2 seconds in order to call a certain platform out. I mean, if anybody puts any money into Kick, and I don't mean KICK like the gaming stream, I mean Kick like the mobile app, that, man, fuck that company. Taking money from your fucking customers and not paying your fucking streamers out, that's some fucking horse shit. That shit is still fucking going on. And I'm going to start calling you cocksuckers out on that. Like, she still has not gotten her... It's been almost 6 months now.
Kick has been
and
fucking
it's just
shit.
Back and forth about fucking bank information that hasn't fucking changed. And, like, I'm tired of it. So, if anybody wants to pay in and pay for a streamer... make sure that they're actually getting the fucking money, especially if the payment flow goes through an application. Just make sure. Just ask real quick. Just be like, look, I really want to support you, but like, are you constantly getting fucking paid? Please, as a consumer, start asking this shit. Because just blindly throwing your money at these assholes, it screws over the people who aren't like royally, redonkulously fucking popular. There are smaller streamers out there that, are not trying to make a living off of this, but still pull some extra money in and still entertain all at the same go. And it's really fucking shitty when a company takes a client's money, takes a customer's money under the guise that it's going to end up going to their streamer, and it never fucking does. I mean, I don't know what the Twitch equivalent to that would be, but just imagine if Twitch would take in a shit ton of fucking money on subs and stuff, and it never gets to the fucking streamer. Like, that would not fucking fly, so please, guys, start enforcing that shit yourselves as consumers. You can do it.
This is why I like our Patreon, because at least it's not instant, but at least I know who's supporting us and who actually is giving their hard-earned money to watch our content, and everything. That's why I prefer Patreon. At least Patreon is like straightforward to the point, and if you subscribe to Patreon, the money is coming to us, like one way or another. If you subscribe to Patreon.com/TheLankySoldier, we're gonna get the money. That's as simple as that. Like, and that's why I'm not a fan of like YouTube or Twitch, all that kind of stuff, because there's like a delay and calculation, how much you actually earned, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, what are you actually taking home after they get their fucking massive cut that should be calculated right then and there? I mean, it's streaming it's become something that somebody can do in order to try and make a living off of. I mean, it's blatantly fucking clear these days. I mean, 20 years ago this was not something that you would think would be that would be a thing that would be discussed. So it needs to start being treated like any other form of fucking labor, I guess, as much as I kind of hate saying it in some cases, because it's true. There are people who put a lot of work into their shit, and there are people who put a lot of effort into it, and, if they do start popping and, they do start seeing any amount of popularity and money does start coming in, and then the company stops, that's their bills that are getting screwed up. I mean, companies don't like it when they don't get fucking paid on time. I don't understand why they think it's all right in order to fuck around and not pay somebody else. I don't get that stupid self-defeating mentality.
You know what gets to
but
me?
Again,
you know what gets to me when it comes to companies, right? So let's say HR fucks up something, right? And you don't get paid, I don't know, for something, right? What they gonna do, right? Okay, we're gonna put it for your next payment, right, for next month or something like that. Don't do that. It's gonna be fucking taxed. Why I am paying more tax for your fuck up? And and you try to argue with them and everything. It's just a fucking pointless war and everything. Like, Jesus Christ.
Or they try to pull this bullshit in the digital age.
Please wait 7 to 10 business days to process your payment.
Like, what the fuck for computer are you still using?
Actually,
that takes 7 to 10 business days to process a fucking payment.
That bores me too,
Is this 2025 or fucking 1925 where I still gotta send fucking deposit slips via carrier pigeon?
Yeah, that bores me too.
That shit blows my mind. Like, Amazon was like,
please wait 3 to 5 days for your fucking return to your return payment to process.
and I've taken the item in question to a UPS station where they scan it and immediately take ownership of it, and they pull that shit, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, hold up. Y'all took my money instantly. Why can't I take it back instantly?
Yeah. But anyway, off topic again, in the Battlefield podcast. So, 50% off on...
Hey,
Well.
It's a viable subject because there are streamers in this community.
I mean,
we are them.
Anyway, so 50% off on Patreon, patreon.com/TheLankySoldier, and get all the exclusive content active until the 10th of October, until the game is out. Speaking of the game is out, so if you listen to this on Tuesday, if you listen to this early, no point saying that. Anyway, the game is out in a couple of days. That means we're gonna play it. Simple as that. And while I was saying that, you should join our Discord, because I took some days off. I'm gonna be online playing the game. I'm gonna be on Discord in the voice chat with everyone else playing the game. So if you ever feel like you want some friends, you want some squad mates, whatever the case may be, join the Discord. If I have to make more rooms for like squads and everything, that's fine. I'll do that. If you want to join us and play some Battlefield with us during the weekend when the game is out, join our Discord. It's in the description. Everything's linked in the description. Just join us. Let's play some Battlefield and let's have some fun. You don't need to be a patron member to join our Discord. You can join freely Discord with no problems. Also, I have to...
We have a food pics channel.
Which became the general chat, funny enough. Also,
it's false advertising. No, we have a food pics channel.
Okay, fine. We have a food pics channel, sure. My fucking wife is gonna throw pics at me, saying like, "Oh, Lanky can't do pictures. Here's my pictures of the food that we did, and like better pictures. Yeah, more professional ones." What the hell I wanted to say too? Also congratulations to the people that actually got the game codes and everything, because we were giving away game codes like 20, 15 or something like that. 15, 20 game codes, and we gave those codes away, and because I don't know what to do with them. And so far, like, one of them was, F125, Dragon Age, what was it, Skate. We had 2 Skate codes and everything. Apparently, here you go, one of our Patreon supporters right now who's watching right now live, he won the Skate Deluxe Edition. He says Skate is fun, so that's nice.
Woo! Congrats.
So I still have some spare codes though. So you know what? At this point, if you gonna contact me and say, "Hey, can I have a code?" I'm like, I'll probably give it to you because I have about like 6-7 codes more left, and like I don't know what to do with them. So
We have that few inquiries.
yeah. So if you want a code, you know what? Just ask me and I'll give it to you. It's fine. Like I don't know what to do with them. It's like they're not bad games, so it's just like it's not my type of games, and I don't have the time to play all of them. So like okay, well, someone else might enjoy it. So and some of the games are like expensive. So I'm like, okay. Like, for example, F1 of Skate, like, how much is the deluxe edition of Skate? I don't know, fuck, $30? Something like that. So I'm like, yeah, here you go, $30. I'm not. If you can get it for free, get it for free. But yeah, that...
In these troubling times, whatever we can do in order to save someone money.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to play Battlefield 6 with us on launch day, join our Discord. I'll be in the game chat, in the voice chat and everything. Ray probably, if he's not working, not being a boring boomer. How dare to have a living, make a living and all that.
Yeah, I know. Fuck me for having a day job.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, and a side gig, and this.
Yeah,
and,
you didn't tell your boss to fuck off. I have some Battlefield 6 to play.
I gotta save my vacation days for sick days. Remember, I'm an American.
Yeah, must be. Anyways, okay, Battlefield 6 soon. So, okay, what other topic we want to talk about? Well, I'll quickly mention the EA going private.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit.
Just a little bit, because let me...
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, let me tell you right now, guys. We're not qualified to talk about this kind of stuff, but we can tell you some facts. That's kind of it. Like,
Realistically, what we can do is we can go back in the past and look at how... And anybody can do this. Can look at how some of these buyouts have gone down in the past, where the company that is being bought and going private is saddled with the previous debt. Everybody who's sitting there and going, oh my God, the investor pressure is no longer there. I'd hate to tell you, it fucking is, because part of that debt is paying back the investors for the fucking share prices. Period, point blank, end of story. Plus other shit. I mean, there's a lot more to it. And again, I'm not the most business savvy person in the world. I know enough in order to know enough. That's it. I'm not perfect. But what I am saying is, I firmly believe this company is going to be, quote unquote, what it is now for 2 years tops. And that's pushing it to the extreme of the most extreme. And I'm also saying this as somebody who's working for a company that is in the process of being bought out as well. I'm not going to say which one. If you know me personally, just keep it to yourself. That being said, even with our terms, it's going to take a year before restructuring starts to happen. The reason being is because the new owners want to see how the machine currently runs so they can analyze it, because business deals are business deals like any other deal. Not everybody is being 100% honest. Let's be real here. So there is shit that EA is not telling them that they're just throwing money at it in order to buy it. I'm not getting into the political side of it as far as who is buying it, who is the owner is. I have my own personal opinions on that. I'm sure everybody else does. You're welcome to have them to yourself. I'm not going to get into that side of it. I'm looking at this from the business side of it, strictly the business side of it. Typically, what happens with these types of buyouts is inevitably what happens is in order to settle that debt the company gets saddled with, things start getting sold. So the first thing that's going to start happening is studio closures are going to start pulling up. Aggressive monetization is going to get more aggressive. That's just all there is to it, because again, they have to make that money back. So get ready for Battlefront 2 level microtransactions. I'm afraid it's probably going to be a thing. They know what IPs they have that make money. We said it the last episode that Battlefield 6 has to prove that it is that. Or I personally fear that after they're done with 6, the IP is going to wind up getting sold off to the first person who makes an offer for it. And it might not necessarily be a good thing either that EA loses the IP for Battlefield, because I said this the last episode as well. Tom brought up, what if Microsoft buys it? Well, Microsoft owns Call of Duty. For
entertainment reasons, right? It was like, I don't think I want them to own it, but for entertainment.
But again, let's just hypothetically say it, because Microsoft could do it.
Because they have the talent, the studios for that, technically.
Right, but that's not the reason why I'm saying they could do it. They could just buy it and never do anything with it, period. unless there's a stipulation involved like what Marvel did where you have to make something so often with this or we get it back. The problem being is what's going on with EA is I don't think that is ever going to be a term. Now, again, let's look at it this way. Fucking Mass Effect. EA owns the rights for that. Another competitor in the market, as far as what would be considered a direct competitor for Mass Effect, could buy that IP up. And I know, again, some people would sit there and go, "Yay, good thing, we might actually get another game." You probably won't, because they're just going to buy it in order to make sure that it never gets released again, in order to compete with their shit. So that's what I'm getting at. This is not necessarily a good thing if EA starts having to basically rip the floorboards up and sell the house in order to cover the mortgage. So I want everybody to be optimistic about this, but I want everybody to be very highly, excruciatingly cautiously optimistic about it. It could be good. It could turn out to be. It's all going to depend. But with the way markets are and the way the economies are these days, and the fact that I feel like, again, this is going to be another thing where EA games are just going to be $80 from here on out. They're going to push. They got to make that money back, kids.
I don't remember if you actually mentioned it, but they did, with this leverage sale that happened with EA, they do have a $20 billion debt, right? Did you mention that? Yeah, okay.
Yep,
yeah.
They're saddled with $20 billion in debt, meaning they have to pay that back in X number of years, or they go into default, just like we do with loans and shit like that. But it's all about interest rates, and more shit comes into play that I'm just not qualified to talk about. Let's just say it would be bad.
Someone calculate if with the interest there is like 5%, I think, or something like that. They have to pay off $1 billion every year.
Yeah, they have X number that they have. Like again, like us, it's structured, so it has to right. So think about that. They have to gross over $1 billion in profits. I'm not talking like if you think of this in terms of math, where like if it's already costing $1 billion in order to run the company a year, it is now $2 billion, and they're not going to be making money. So the thing is nobody wants to hold on to something. Nobody wants to hold on to a company. Nobody wants to run a business that's not making money. It's breaking even, especially if you're ultra rich. So, I mean, everybody just kind of smell what's cooking right now, and not go, I want to dip my spoon in it immediately.
But I think, because we have to remember, again, we're not qualified, but this is funded by the Saudi public fund, whatever it's called, I don't know. Basically, it's another Saudi project. And basically, Saudi projects are literally just whitewashing their sins away. That's all it is. As long as they provide the entertainment for us, it doesn't matter. You know, they throw as much money they can, like they throw at everything right now, just to, legitimize themselves as a country, So, to them, 20 billion is probably nothing in a grand scale of things.
Right, in the grand scheme of things, it's probably not. But in some way, shape, or form, at some point or another, some things are still going to have to make money. I mean, that's just business sense 101.
Yeah, sooner or
later.
That
being said, in another way, because of I know the types of games that are heavily popular in that region, I'm kind of feeling like if things don't make money as far as IPs go, EA is just going to turn into the FIFA machine, and that's it. That's all they're going to make, because FIFA prints fucking money. And if you can just isolate that and use that as a money printer, I think they'd be in pretty good goddamn shape as a company if you fucking think about it. I mean, everything else ignored, not even considered. Like, just isolate that. But on the grand scheme of things, what would have to happen to the company for it to get to that point? And I kind of like, in the paranoid, and not even really paranoid, just kind of just like, yeah, I could see this easily happening. I kind of feel like that's what's going to inevitably happen after like 7 or 8 years. I feel like it's just going to be fucking FIFA games. That's it. That's all they're going to be making.
Well, remember the rumor that came out? Oh, they're trying to push Battlefield to be an annual game and everything, and both of us said that's well, one, it came from a person that is wrong multiple times. And two, why would the general manager of Battlefield will tell that information to some random dude, right? Even if they're friends. I don't think friend would break that trust, right? Even if they're friends, whatever the case may be, right? I don't think that will happen. So, even if they try to go annual with Battlefield, sure, man, but we're not there yet.
They would still be better off doing what we've told them they needed to do. And just as easily as this could be a bad thing, this could just as easily turn around and be a good thing. I mean, they could very well put people in that start listening to the community a lot more, that start taking outside feedback ideas a lot more seriously. It could go both ways. I'm not trying to be all doom and gloom about this shit at all. So, I mean, if they want to go annual, then my suggestion would be, okay, instead of annual release, you just make sure that there is a big bang annually of content, and you keep a good base. You do what Modern Warfare did, and did well, made a good base that you ran off for fucking years on end, and you printed money doing it.
See,
and if anybody says, no, it's not possible, look at goddamn Grand Theft Auto, that GTA 5. That fucking game is how old now? Over 10 years old, and that bitch still prints money.
Right, there's one, I agree with you. Okay, so what you said about Modern Warfare and Warzone and everything, that's the idea. Problem is, they're not going with idea because they still can't figure that shit out, and we're gonna have another reset next year with Warzone because we suck at our jobs. I don't want to call out the developers or but I don't fucking know who makes it.
No, this is all fucking management decisions at the end of the day. I mean, this is leadership, period. It is not a lack of talent in those damn studios. I firmly fucking believe that.
Yeah, for sure.
These people who build these fucking games are fucking highly talented. They're smart people. We've met these people. We've talked to these fucking people. We know they're highly fucking intelligent. I mean, there's some bad apples amongst all groups, but there's always a bad apple amongst the bushel anyway. That being said,
people suck.
It all boils down to who is leading this group of people. If these smart people are going, hey, this is what the community wants, this is what we're trying to design and we're trying to gear towards, and management goes, no, it's not gonna make the TPR reports go brrr, and the shareholders go froth. That right there just undercuts everything that your fucking talent can do, because you as the manager don't want to take risks. You don't want to listen to what the market's actually saying. You want to continue to milk a dead cow because it's still producing for some godly knows reason, and you don't want to try anything new. It's like the most self-defeating business philosophy I've ever fucking heard of in my life. Gaming, it got where it was because it was a constant game of taking risks and trying new shit and figuring out what fucking works and building off of that. Not, let's just fucking reinvent the wheel every year, and the only thing we're really doing is making the wheel look prettier and putting another fucking spoke in.
I was breaking my monster can. I want to say, so I'm making a YouTube video about Battlefield because I want to release it like a couple of days before the release. And basically the end question I asked at the end of the video is basically, alright, Battlefield 6, which way you want to go? Longevity or a quick profit? Which is Fortnite versus Warzone. Warzone can't figure out the Fortnite way. Fortnite figured out how to keep the longevity of the game going. Like, people bitch like, oh, Fortnite's not as big as it was. Doesn't matter. Fortnite is healthy and doing well, and they have loads of, developers and budget and everything to work on to make what they're making. It's like that.
It's still printing money.
Exactly. I'm a subscriber of Fortnite crew for like 2-3 years now, and I'm happy with paying $10 a month for that subscription because it's worth it for me because the game is actually good and it provides the content I need. Like
fucking simp.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry for supporting good business models. So that's
I can't.
So that's one thing. And then you have Warzone that can't figure out how to make a foundational system to keep the game going for as long as possible. We're gonna have a rumored third reset next year. So what we've been doing for the last 6 years, right? What you been doing? Now you just basically, Black Ops 7, right? Oh, look, all this content, sure. Loads of maps, loads of content, loads of camos, loads of things to do.
Let's
But
let's get away from COD. Let's look at what other games are doing too. I mean, Jesus Christ, World of Tanks, World of Warships, fucking look at some of these fucking games. What they're doing in order to have their longevity. I mean, it's not like the formula is impossible to fucking figure out how to apply to Battlefield. It just feels like they just don't want to fucking try.
yeah, so just to end that topic. So basically all the games you mentioned, right? Longevity and everything, right? And Call of Duty can't. So that's why I'm really annoyed with like Black Ops 7, like all this content and everything. Cool. None of it will matter next year because you gotta have another reset. It doesn't matter.
Right.
And then what pisses me off is like, apparently rumors like, oh, because the reset is happening, that means Activision gave a green light for all these studios working on Black Ops 7 and Warzone. So like, go all in, do whatever you want, doesn't matter. Put everything as much as you can, just make people happy because we're gonna have a reset next year. Why did you do this last year or 2 years ago? I don't understand. Why you have to put everything good at the last year when everything else is not gonna matter next year? Like I just that pisses me off. Me off so
that
much.
That plays into why a lot of games don't have the longevity that they have anymore. Because here's the thing: if I know another iteration of something is coming out next year, I'm not going to give a fuck about the current iteration.
Exactly.
Why? Because I only have so much time in my life that I can play games, and I play games that are engaging, that reward me for my investment in time. I'm playing the fucking shit out of Cyberpunk right now. I finally got a hold of Cyberpunk and got into fucking Cyberpunk. Somebody gave it to me. It's fucking wild. It's a great game. Okay, probably wasn't like that at launch. I'm aware of that, but I left it cooked for 5 years to play it. But again, it's that, and it's not like keeping. But I'm investing in it because it's long format. Big RPG game. That being said, if I knew that there was going to be like Cyberpunk 2078 coming out next year, I wouldn't be sinking as much time in it as I would be with this. I would just be mowing through it real quick to get the basic premise of the fucking story, see how things are, see how it plays, and go, okay, I want to buy the next one, or I don't want to buy the next one. Battlefield 6, if they go this route and they double down and they keep this in mind where it's like, no, we're going to have another one soon. I am not... It's going to be 2042 for me all over again.
Yeah,
or 2044.
So
whatever the fuck
I think I mentioned on the last...
I'm not going to care.
I think I mentioned on the last episode, Battlefield 6, with everything we know about this game, and with the sale happened to the Saudis and, was it Kushner, right? All this stuff that happened. Battlefield 6 does sound like a pit stop. It's not the future. It's just a quick stop just to get everything in order. Get our shit together before...
A proof of concept, if you will.
Yeah, sure, why not? It's like, okay, let's get the community back, let's get people back and so on, establish ourselves as still alive and kicking, still somewhat okay, and with the next Battlefield game, we can like start going a bit more in with the content, with the features, all that kind of stuff, because like, yeah, this game does feel rushed. It does feel rushed, even though the beta was fun and everything was all good and everything. We had fun, and I'm excited for Battlefield 6. But anyone that's not paying attention, yeah, I can see why you will be confused. Like, what do you mean the game is rushed? Game felt great. Well, if you just take a step back and look at the full picture, you can tell that there's so much stuff that got cut just to make sure that this game actually gets released as soon as possible in somewhat stable foundation, which is great. I mean, I'm glad we have getting a game that is actually good and fun and so on. But this doesn't.
It's very safe,
which was the purpose, I guess, in the first place. It's just a pit stop to get everything in order. Give EA some time to get everything sorted, so we can actually do something for next year, be more adventurous. But the point, like going back on all this, I really wonder how they're gonna go with this game. Like, sure, just because it's a pit stop, it doesn't mean anything. Is this the foundation, or is this just a distraction? What I mean by distraction, when Battlefield 7 or whatever Battlefield game is being announced, is our content gonna transfer to the next game? Is all that content gonna transfer back to the next Battle Royale iteration, whatever the case may be, right? Whatever other mode they're gonna do with
No.
like.
I don't think it will.
If that's the thing, if it doesn't, I think it's a big miss. If it will, okay, we're getting somewhere. I hope, but if it doesn't, then you're not better than Call of Duty. Honestly, you're not better than Call of Duty.
I'm gonna go ahead and rattle the cages right now and get it out of the way and say it here and now. I'm calling it now. Abandon ye all hope of any content transferring now that EA has been bought and is saddled with this debt. Abandon it. Because it's not going to keep. If they do, it'll be very minimal. It won't be much, but I'm just going to say it now. Just abandon that hope, because it's not. It's not. Especially if this is going to be treated like a pit stop. Now, if this is going to be treated as a foundation, where it's not going to make any sense if it doesn't, fine. I'll eat my crow and I'll eat the words that I just said. But that being said, I don't feel like that's what's going to happen. My other comment on this whole pit stop idea is yeah, that's great. This is if this is supposed to be just a big expensive tech demo for the buyers. My comment on that one is, again, we're holding it out for we're holding it out for the next round. We're holding it out for the next round. Are we even sure there is going to be a next round? Because let's say this game has got to have at least 1 year to exist. That's it. 1 year. Well, the buyout is going to be soon, and most restructuring happens after 1 year. I want everybody to think about that.
There's going to be loads of
so
layoffs
this whole
incoming.
let's hold off. So yeah, right, exactly. So this whole let's hold off until the next time attitude shit, if that is what is going on, y'all might as well just stop now, because you're not going to have a fucking job in a year and a half. That's it. That's it. If this is supposed to be a thing that's got to impress the buyers and show that it's got to make money, and it shows that this is what the community wants, this is what they're going to pay for, then you need to do that instead of playing it safe. Playing it safe is just going to break even. They don't want to see evenly being broken on the fucking sheets. They want to see money. They're capitalists. They want to see money. And if there's enough people that see that it's not making money, it's not going to be around. Yep. So I want to agree with what you're saying, Tom, but at the same time,
it's not
business speaking, it's not going to fucking happen. This is either better print money or it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not saying
anymore.
it's going to happen. I just want them to focus on longevity, unlike your competitor, because other games managed to do it. Why can't Call of Duty do it? I the fuck knows, man. So I want to believe that Battlefield can sort that sort that out internally, and they can figure something out. If they don't, well, I'm sorry, you're not better than Call of Duty. I'm sorry, that's the truth. You're not. And I do mention in the YouTube video that Battlefield Studios still has that little arrogance in them. They still think that they still can be they're still the top dog and everything. We're better than everyone, better than Call of Duty. Well, you're not really. I'm sorry. Listen, I grew up on Battlefield and everything, but you're not. Even with problems that aim assist and the lack of content or whatever it happens in Call of Duty, realistically, you're not better than them. And I hate that little arrogance that they still have in them. It's still even if the new people are working in the studio and everything, there's still that little arrogance I feel that is still there, and I don't like it. I mean, it's good to have ambition. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm probably the most ambitious person you can find when it comes to Battlefield. But at the same time, I'm kind of realistic. like I have to be realistic with my.
Speaking of ambition, you know what's funny? You know the one thing that we've yet to point out. You remember, anybody who remembers a while back how Android Wilson made the comment that this game has to sell 100 million units.
Okay, no. The 100.
It's fucking making sense now why that dumb shit got said. What
the 100 million thing was leaked, but it was low-key confirmed by people because people started asking, like Vincent Pell and Bayer being like, okay, so we heard about 100 million players. What do you have to say? And he's like, we'll try. So basically that got leaked. That was not official, but it got leaked, and so
but
they
you know what?
you
remember back then we were so bamboozled as to, like, why would you have such an insanely, absurdly lofty fucking goal? Now it all makes sense. Now it's like, we see why.
Well,
now.
I can actually, okay, so you know what? I can see Battlefield hitting that with with Battle Royale on the side. I can see that happening because the pre-order sales are really looking good apparently, and it probably is going to be the
Show I've heard.
yeah, it probably is going to be the biggest Battlefield release to date, which will beat Battlefield 3, which finally. But anyway, before we continue with all our topics, Ray, talk about sponsors.
Surprise! This was not time-stamped. We hope you're enjoying the show so far, but we need to stop for a second and tell you about some important stuff. And now that we have your attention, it's time to tell you all about our amazing Patreon that is helping us keep the show going. Patreon.com/TheLankySoldier.
But yeah, episode 47, you paid for this.
I'm sorry.
I'm not, I don't care.
In my defense, I didn't know it was broken or it was going to break upon squeezing it gently. Battlefield 1 podcast was rebooted in March of 2023. We learned a lot of lessons from our previous shows that consisted of 41 episodes, and we've been building amazing foundations for the future with this current show. There's a reason why we're the best Battlefield-related podcast available on Spotify and anywhere else. We've also had the honor of being listened to by DICE, Ripple Effect, and other developers as well. Now, we want to share even more with you through our Patreon.
And I've never seen her. So I will be like crying and yelling, and I will not be the same person I am right now.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for that kind of emotion. I know we're emotionally close and everything, but I don't think we're that emotionally close.
Yeah, that will be an experience of its own.
We want to thank everyone that has joined as a free member or subscribed to our Patreon in the last year. The support is greatly appreciated, always was, and always will be. It's amazing, and it only motivates us to continue with our Battlefield journey. By simply becoming a free member or even subscribing to any paid tier, you're not only supporting the show, but you're also getting a lot of content back in return.
Right, because Call of Duty gets so annoying sometimes, I actually got so desperate I installed League of Legends again.
Oh my god. The perks of any tier is you'll get ad-free early access to all of our future episodes. You can already listen to the previous episodes ads-free as well, simply by being a free member. There's no more waiting, no more interruptions, just pure unfiltered Battlefield content straight to your ear holes, from our mouth holes, and anywhere else. You know, it's amazing, isn't it?
The only reason why CTE did as well as it did back in the day, guys, is because it wasn't locked down to secrecy. Those that couldn't participate were still able to see what was going on. That's the point that I'm getting at right now.
We're also giving you a behind-the-scenes look at what goes into making the Battlefield 1 podcast or any other content we produce, from planning sessions to recording mistakes and everything in between. You'll get an insider's perspective on how we bring each episode to life pretty much from start to finish.
And the reason why I'm saying
I'm
that...
sorry.
Yeah, it's your fault.
It's all
Ray.
my fault.
It's all your fault, Ray. You ruined the whole show. We need to cancel it again. Again.
Just gotta can it for another 8 months again. Just appear out of nowhere with
We need to cancel it again.
colors.
Ray, what the fuck did you do?
And that's only Battlefield. We're also offering access to our exclusive Patreon podcast series, Live Gaming Gathering. This is a show where friends and special guests get together and talk about everything from the video game industry to movies and whatever else is on our minds at that particular time. With more than 40 episodes already available, there's hours upon hours of content for you to listen to.
All right, I think we need to move on because we've been kind of on this subject for about the last 15 minutes now.
Yeah.
We got a couple of things in order.
Are you feeling better now? Let this
Yes,
team off.
Yeah, you got that
I
off
do
your chest.
I do feel better. Oh no, wait, one more thing. For example, Angela.
there.
No, we were in
I'm not
discussion.
going to mention any names.
Trust me, these are some of the most fun and amazing conversations we have ever had on the show. Because it's just us being us, relaxed and actually having fun. Almost like you're sitting alongside us with the conversation. Yeah.
So the reaction from the Fortnite community is like, okay, every time we see a Cybertruck in the server, it's our mission to drop everything we're doing and send that player back to the lobby.
We also believe in keeping our patrons informed, so we post monthly recaps to let you know what you probably missed during last month's episode, and we're making sure that you're not missing anything important. Just recently, we opened a brand new Discord server where people can talk to each other and get all of the latest updates about our content or the Lanky Soldier channel. Find the link in the description of this episode or at our Patreon. No subscription needed.
You are as a
You
player.
have been measured. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been measured.
Because we're confident that you'll love the content we're creating, we're offering a free trial that you can use at any time. We believe we're making good content that will make you stay, and we would not be offering free trials if we didn't think so.
I've seen a lot of people like literally get excited, like, you know what? This looks very familiar, clearly ripped from somewhere, but damn it, that looks good.
So, if you want to support the show and get all of these amazing extras, head on over to patreon.com/TheLankySoldier. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep delivering the content that you enjoy. Thank you for being part of the Battlefield community, and thank you for being a part of our community, and we look forward to seeing you on our Patreon.
Now, let's get back to the show.
Thank you for that sponsor read, Ray. Thank you, as usual.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, as usual. Patreon.com/TheLankySoldier. 50% off until the 10th of October, until the game is out. Use it while you can. If you ever want to support us, this is the perfect opportunity to do it. Like, I don't think you will get a more perfect opportunity than that. So yeah, alright, what kind of other topics we want to talk about? You want a quick mention of the live action trailer? Just quickly? I don't know, do you have any thoughts about it?
Oh man, you know what? All things considered, the marketing for this shit it's not Michelin star chef level, but it's good shit. I'm liking it. That trailer was fucking perfection. Again, taking the digs at Call of Duty the way that they're doing it, it's kind of just like old times, and I know that's the point. It's kind of, but it's great though. That was fucking great. Like, who the fuck were those guys? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, like, what was that? Doesn't matter. I mean, here's the thing. I do like that. Like, for me, right, as a creative, that's a nice, like, that's banter, right? That's absolute banter. But what gets to me is the Battlefield community is like, yeah, fuck Call of Duty, fuck you! And Call of Duty is like, okay. Like, that's what gets to me about the Battlefield community. They Call of Duty lives rent free in their heads.
You know that meme where the meme with the medal winners and the dude
Oh, yeah, exactly,
the fucking bottom third
exactly.
celebrate. That is the Battlefield community.
That's the Battlefield community, literally. It's like, yeah, like, no, I watched the trailer, I was like, oh, okay, that's funny, that's cool, well, whatever, alright, moving on. Like, that was banter, right? That's absolute banter, like, and I love that Zac Efron, like, from, like, coming, like, yeah, I wanna be fucking blown up to pieces, just like, yeah, let's go do it, and fucking dies the first second. Like, that's funny, you know, and that's, yeah, and the way they were dressed, and the skins, and, you know, the way they dressed, like, the gun skins and everything, that was, yeah, that was a dig at Call of Duty. But that's banter, you know, and any person, like, I'm pretty sure Activision is like, okay, that's kind of funny, like, like, it's funny, it's banter, but the Battlefield community takes it to the fucking next level. Yeah, fuck God! I'm like, and Call of Duty is like, okay, what do you want?
It just shows, though, that the heart is still in this franchise for the most part when it's allowed in order to beat and shine through. That just shows that, like, we don't like talking all doom and gloom about this fucking franchise because there's a lot of gold and a lot of glory to it, and like right there is a prime fucking example. Yeah, the community might be the fucking third, you know, might be number third on the podium, but we're throwing the fucking champagne and biting the medal and having a good time doing it, and that's what makes the fucking
sure, from a
great.
different perspective that might look like it. from another perspective, they look like douchebags.
But for us, I mean, we love this fucking franchise. We're very passionate about it. I mean, arguably just as much as the Call of Duty franchise can be. And I mean, anybody can be that passionate about a fucking franchise. I mean, for God's sakes, I love fucking Metal Gear Solid.
I mean, Jesus Christ, why are we hosting a Battlefield-related podcast in the first place? Because,
for real.
Because we love this fucking franchise.
I'm fucking doing this just because I need something to do for fucking 3 hours on my Saturday morning.
Yo, wanna play Black Ops 7, boy? Let's go. No, I actually don't.
Anyway. But it does show that, you know, like we've been saying over the years, the heart and soul is still there for the most part. It's just got to be allowed in order to embrace it and do things that embrace that type of mentality. And that's where, you know, community building comes in and community content and stuff like that. You know, that's the heart and soul of the fucking franchise. And I desperately, if they want this to be a moneymaker, I can't drive this point home any further. They have got to lean into the community hard and rely on the community and make it abundantly clear to the community, like, look, we want you in order to show the world just how much you love this fucking franchise, just how much you want it in order to be around. Give us trailers, give us commentaries, give us let's plays, give us squad plays, give us all of this, show we can show everybody. If they lean into that hard, and it gets to the point where, like, Battlefield Friends comes back, shit like that, then, yeah, I would lose most of my doubt about what would happen to this franchise post this buyout. But if they're going to continue with this safe play bullshit, no.
Speaking of Battlefield Friends, apparently they're gonna do some series. Like, they said limited, but apparently they'll do something. So that's cool.
All things considered, that's great, and I would understand why they would do something so limited. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. So yeah, that live action trailer. Yeah, fine. It's good. It's good banter, but of course, Battlefield community loves to take it too far sometimes. And okay, let's talk about. Here you go. I remember last episode we talked about roadmap and everything. Give us a roadmap and everything.
And 2 days later, they fucking give us one.
Well,
sort of.
So they officially finally confirmed that yes, there's gonna be 28th of October, season 1. That's when it's gonna start. So okay, here's the map. Here's the content you're gonna get during that time, and people are happy that we're gonna get a map each month. So I think Andre talked about this. I can't remember what episode was it. Maybe 20 episodes ago. We talked about what's the best way to distribute content and everything, through the game. And Andre said, well, the problem is not the content. The problem is how you distribute the content across. If the seasons will last 3 months, that means you're gonna have to distribute that content across 3 months. That it doesn't feel like you don't drop everything at the start and just forget about it, right? That's why Battlefield 2042 felt stale, no matter what you think about the game. But a lot of people complain there's nothing. You get a map and some weapons, and you get nothing for the remaining months. So from what it seems from this roadmap they posted about season 1 for Battlefield 6, you're gonna get a map each month. The last map sounds like a small map. Sounds like it, just like a small LTM, which is fine, I don't care. But this content is content, right? And that content is gonna be distributed evenly across the whole season. Great. I have no problem with that. Hey, new vehicle, new weapon, more vehicles, or not vehicles, more weapons and everything. Oh, new attachment. Okay, so we are doing aftermarket parts from Modern Warfare 3 after all. Apparently we're doing that. So that will change how the gun behaves. Cool. I have no problem with that. Fantastic. Here's the thing. So it was leaked, at least rumored, that especially on this day, the Battle Royale is coming. They haven't said anything about Battle Royale in this roadmap. And if that's the case, and I hope this stays the case, the Battle Royale will not be releasing on 20th of October because I think it's too fast. Give Battle Royale some time. You can tell that Call of Duty Warzone is not doing well. You have time. You have time until March or April to release that Battle Royale. There's no need to rush. Let Battlefield 6 multiplayer flourish for a little bit. Let it flourish. Let people enjoy what you have to offer in the multiplayer section of the game. Even single player, it's 4 hours long. Doesn't matter. Let people enjoy the content. And you know what? I'd rather hear people complain that there's not enough content to do, something like there's nothing to do. Let the game flourish a little bit. And then as soon as that dip is happening, Battle Royale, drop it. 3 months, 4 months later after the game's release, have fun. More content on the way. That kind of brings the excitement back to the game. And I hope it stays like that. Sure, they can still announce, hey, Battle Royale is coming with Season 1. They still can announce that, don't get me wrong. There's still a month till then. But I hope that's not the case. I hope because they released this Season 1 map, this preview, whatever, I hope it stays like that, and Battle Royale is not coming on this day. I hope. Anything else you want to say about it? Because I'm kind of done my piece with that.
No, I mean, that's kind of the way it needs to be. I mean, the base game has to have time in order to marinate. I have to have time with my steak before you try to give me my chocolate mousse. I mean, that's basically the best way I could put it. I need to be able to finish my meal before you give me more. It's kind of silly to get up and go to the buffet again when you still have half a plate of food yet in front of you. I don't know how many more euphemisms I can throw out there in order to make it seem just how silly it would be in order to go, yeah, Battle Royale's coming out 10 days after base game launch. We pointed this out the last time that's a silly thing. And the other thing, again, it is like what you pointed out the last time we talked about Battle Royale is the splitting of the player base. Because, yeah, there's going to be people who are just not going to go back to base game. They're not going to go back to base multiplayer. They're going to play exclusively Battle Royale.
Guilty.
all right.
Guilty.
But it's also, but at the same time, it's kind of also a problem if the content from one doesn't transfer to the other in any way, shape, or form, whether you unlock it, see it, whatever. Skins especially. So I really hope that I kind of have this really stupidly obscure fear that Battle Royale is just going to take off and do better, and multiplayer in general is just going to be fucking ignored, which is, it's not going to happen, but it's going to kind of feel like it in some ways if everything is balanced between the two modes.
Perspective, the feeling of it, yeah. So, like, people say, like, oh, Warzone took away focus from multiplayer. Not really. Multiplayer was still getting loads of content and all that kind of stuff. Like, sure, maybe not as much as you want originally, sure, but it was still getting content. But originally, a lot of people will play, Battle Royale just because it's more exciting. Like, don't get me wrong, I love me some multiplayer games and everything, but at the same time, how if I achieved everything in a multiplayer game, I'm not gonna have fun. Like, at the end of the day, unless I play with friends and like try to grind wins or something like that. But like, it doesn't matter. Like, story.
The best comparison for it would be looking at what Rockstar did with Grand Theft Auto Online and Red Dead Online. Okay, Red Dead Online, arguably more immersive. There's technically kind of more shit to do if you think about it individually in Red Dead Online, if anybody's ever played it, than what there is in Grand Theft Auto. But because Grand Theft Auto sells like fucking hotcakes, Rockstar pretty much abandoned Red Dead Online. Now, Red Dead Online does get content. They get events. That's it. There hasn't really been any updates to that game, even though there's still a pretty semi-decent player base that played it when Red Dead Online first came out. But when it was compared to Grand Theft Auto Online, it was still enough for Rockstar to go, no, there's the money printer. There's what needs the attention. Now, if they would have balanced it out, I feel to this day, Red Dead Online would probably be doing a lot better. It would probably have a little bit more of a robust community. There wouldn't be as much rampant cheaters. Rockstar would have a reason to invest in that. But it's a silly comparison, but it's the best close case comparison. I don't want to see something like that happen between multiplayer and Battle Royale. I don't want them, in order to look at Battle Royale like the Grand Theft Auto Online, and go, that needs all of the time and the money, because that is just solely a money printer, and multiplayer is just a fucking second thought. Like, we don't think about the maps for Conquest or anything, and none of that shit. Yeah, whatever. Battle Royale only, baby. I think that would be the worst thing that they would do.
Yeah, and you bring Grand Theft Auto and everything. I bring Warzone because I think it's the perfect comparison, honestly, because like, the similarities are there, literally similarities are there. But then you look at Fortnite that has own legend. Anyway, it's gonna be another topic for another day. But long story short, I hope Battle Royale, if this roadmap stays as is, and they did this on purpose to put some rumors down, like control the narrative, all that kind of stuff. Great. I hope Battle Royale is not coming with this Season 1 launch on 28th. Because 1, I'm going to be on holiday on that day, so I don't want to fucking miss it. And 2, if it's just a content drop for the multiplayer, that's fine. I'll come back, enjoy the multiplayer section of the game for like a month or two, and then later you can drop the Battle Royale. I think dropping Battle Royale, it's just too fucking fast, too much to absorb, and it just gives me Modern Warfare 2 vibes from 2000 to 2022, because it was too much, like the same vibes. So I hope that's not the case. So I hope no Battle Royale. That's that. But yeah, Season 1 content looks nice, and apparently the map is called Eastwood. Apparently. That's official name. Sure. I don't think it's a good name, but who cares? Alright, okay. Whatever. Let's see what else we can talk about here. Oh my god. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this for a moment. So, Ray, I don't think I'm the target audience anymore. Sometimes it feels like I'm in a movie Don't Look Up, and people are just like ignoring everything that is going around them and just pretending everything's rainbows and sunshine and all that kind of stuff. So, the leakers went through the game files, because you can preload the game, and they found the mastery camos for the weapons. Okay, mastery camos, right? if you're a Battlefield player, you probably don't really care. Sure. I personally care because there's something to grind for and something to do. Yeah. So those Mastery Camos, and apparently they're the final Mastery Camos, apparently. So, of course, don't get me wrong, something might change. Day 1 patch will drop and will add something more. Fuck knows. Because, again, we know how the development of this game is going. But let's assume the Mastery Camos that got leaked are the final Mastery Camos. Ray, what do you think of the Mastery Camos that they released for Battlefield 6? Well, leaked Mastery Camos.
Meh.
How much shades of brown do you want, Ray?
Yes.
We got you, fam. You're gonna get this bronze-ass, boring-ass camo. So, for audio listeners, the way I can describe you, the camo, that Master Camo looks, it's just a little bit... It's actually, wait, I want to say, is it a bit shiny? A little bit glossy? It's not. Not really.
It's probably. It seems like it has a little bit of a metallic sheen.
Okay, a
to it.
little bit of metallic sheen.
That's why I thought it was Damascus at first. I'm like, all right, well, if it's Damascus,
No, don't
I mean,
compare this
to
Damascus. Okay,
but it's not Damascus.
no, don't compare.
It's not.
Don't compare this to Damascus. Anyway, this is just one color, one shade of bronze. I would say it looks like a bronze color, and it has a bit of shine on it, and that's the Master Camo. A bit of brown. And when I want to read what the Battlefield community thinks about this, I am being gaslit by the Battlefield community. And as they say, this camo looks pristine. This looks amazing. This looks fire. Oh my god, my dick is hard. And that's why I think I'm in a movie, Don't Look Up. Because what are you smoking?
To each their own.
Sure,
I
I
mean,
prefer
we
shit.
we live in
I'm
a
glad
day
you
and
prefer
age.
shit, man. No, but it's not even our opinion. Like, it's just like, this is just a color. Not even a color. It's just brown. It's just bronze.
It's a bare minimum.
It's bronze.
It's what it kind of feels like.
It's
right.
Not even gold or silver or something. It's just one color, bronze. And it's like, oh, it looks very grounded and everything and realistic. I'm like, bruh, that's a entry camo in Call of Duty.
Well, hold on. No, I can't dismiss that argument because it is very grounded so much that it's
man.
the color of the ground.
Sure, yeah, the color of the ground, yeah, exactly. Shit, man.
I mean, look, I can't. We're kind of in a way we're kind of being hypocrites on this one.
Are we?
Because what would we? Well, think about it. What would we rather have? Would we rather have that? Which, okay, in a way, it's not the best thing in the world, but it is subtle. It does fit. Or do we want to go back to gold-plated guns and shit? I mean, I personally speaking, if you're between the two poisons, this isn't all that as bad as it could be for a Mastery Camo, but it's not as good as it could be either. And I think that's what my biggest problem with it is on the opposite side of the coin. Like, yeah, this could be the most tacky, ugliest fucking thing in the world, or it could be worse than this. So,
see,
my thoughts would be for a Mastery, for me, I would want to be able to, like, again, I would think, I want to go back to, like, what we had with Battlefield 4. Like, I could change the color of my camo patterns. Like, how hard would it be to have an unlockable editor at Mastery where you can apply what pattern you want and just change the colors around?
Oh my
them?
god! You know, I just
and again,
realized.
I know some people out there are going to be like, "Oh my god, I'm going to see lime greens and pinks."
We know, I just realized.
Whatever.
Would it be cool instead of you get like some sort of massive mastery camo for unlocking all the camos for the guns? What about you unlock an editor where you can combine camos into like a particular part that you want? And it's like, yeah.
Or again, if I want to have like the EDRL pattern, like what most M65 field jackets are made of, not the Digicam, but the EDRL pattern. Google that if you don't know what it is, and you'll go, holy shit, that's what that is. That being said, Give me the ability to apply that pattern and be like, okay, I'm just going to change the colors around a little bit, or the Vietnam era tiger stripe pattern, which I'm personally a big fan of. I love that pattern. Let me change the colors around on that a little bit. Let me change the let me go. Okay, I want to just apply the camo to the receiver and the composite parts, and have my barrel like fucking be black and steel or brown steel or Damascus steel, or give me that level of customization for mastery, and I feel like that would be better. The best thing you could do, way better than any individual skin you could fucking come up with. Because what the community can come up with is always going to, in a way, it's always going to be better to the community than what most could be made in-house by developers. And that's not a case for all. It's like a 50-50 balance thing. But that being said, instead of just, here's the skin, thanks for, getting to level 100 with the gun, I would feel better if the game would be like, you reached level 100, now you get to make this gun your own, completely yours.
Yeah, like something, an editor or something, like mixed camos that all the camos you unlocked, you can mix and match to make your own mastery camo, something like that, right? Like, people will
right, and it would play in more to the fact that you're making your own character in the Battlefield universe.
Right.
Again, playing into what I said about skins and shit too. Sell us parts, let us customize the pieces individually, let us change the colors around a little bit. Hell, you did it with fucking Battlefront 2. You gave us color schemes that still fit within universe and were fine, but still gave us an ability to what am I getting it mixed up with? It's a Star Wars game where you didn't have access to a full color palette. You would get palettes of in-universe colors. The last one with Cal Kestis. That one.
Oh, Jedi
style.
Jedi games. Okay, yeah. Jedi
right,
games,
where you would get color palettes that you could apply that were still individual in ways. Go that route, even at the bare minimum of that end. The more you can make a character ours, and guns ours, and tanks and vehicles and equipment and all this shit, the more you let us customize it and make it feel like it's ours, the more we're going to want to invest time into it in order to get to that point. Because that, to me, shows a mastery. Not just, I got a fucking pretty plated gun. I mean, if you want to make a pretty plated gun, go have at it. But I feel like that the ability to make something your own is much a higher reward than just your standard run-of-the-mill carrot on the stick, and I'll always feel that way.
Yeah, so, the mastery camos that got leaked and everything, and assuming those are the final mastery camos, boy, they look boring. Listen, here's go. What are the colors for Battlefield, or this particular Battlefield game? It's orange, right? The orange color.
Bright orange and black, yeah.
So
hazmat colors.
So why not just have a bright orange with some black on it or something like that, like something that pops and tell, oh yeah, that's a mastery camo, something different from everything else that you can find in the store or anywhere else. Like why not use those colors? Why it has to be like boring as dirt shit color of brown or bronze? Like, why? But I understand why. It's because the community will scream and cry and everything for any color that is on the fucking game. And
there's a reason why when I was building guns for my portfolio in order to go work for DICE, there was a reason why I legit made an XM8 rifle with a Hello Kitty receiver on it. I mean, and people would be like, "Oh my God, that's." But the thing is that type of shit exists in real firearms. I mean, Google AR-15 Hello Kitty receiver. You will get some fucking hits. Google, so. And that's why I said, letting the individual have the individual elements in order to customize the gun with the weaponry or the camouflage or the uniforms or the characters or whatever to their own universe liking is always going to do better. You're letting them make that their own. That's their identity and their statement. And it's the easiest way in order to make everybody feel included in a game. And you don't have to put much effort into it. Just sell good parts.
Yeah. I seen the full camo customization for the game and everything. Looks fine. Like, you have your wood camos, you have your snow camos, you have your urban camos. You know what? Looks fine. I have no problem with that. It's just those mastery camos, if that's the case, look fucking dog shit, you know? It's just, they look dog shit. And it looks like, it just looks like a basic camo you unlock in Call of Duty, and that's what pisses me off. And you want to tell me you couldn't come out with something more... Well, I know they could have. But the community won't allow them to come out with something good. That's the thing. You could come out with something really good orange pattern that screams, oh, that's the Battlefield Mastery Camo, or something like that. You could came out with something like that. Like, you could, you know, like add some texture on it, like some nice pattern and everything. Some like it's full bright orange, but it has like some black on on it and something like that, like a nice shade. Maybe even add a different color. Whatever the case may be, like, you could come out with something, you know, to complement Battlefield 6, right? Like, yeah, this is Master Camo for Battlefield 6. And funny enough, like, when I look at, for example, like, Black Ops 7, they show, like, okay, look all the camos we have. We have they do single-player camos, like, which is quite the first time they even do it, like, single-player camos. Okay, so here you go, single-player Master Camos, multiplayer Master Camos, Warzone, and multiplayer. And some of the camos look really, really good. Sure, some of them look ridiculous, don't get me wrong, but some of them look really artistic and good. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to play the single player, but that camo looks good, fucking good. I kind of want for it. Like, you know. And gun camo, when it comes to gun skins and everything, I think that's the most innocent one. I think that's more where you can go a bit more ridiculous, but still be realistic and authentic to the Battlefield universe. Like, the character skins is where I think we should, like, maybe limit ourselves. But then again, well, for example, I think we talked on pre-production about the green skin that is in the game. Apparently we learned it's a promotion for something, we just don't know for what brand. So the green skin that people are losing their mind about, oh, it's so green, it's so ugly. I'm like, chill, man. Chill.
You could solve this problem really easily.
Oh, don't.
And again,
leading
into the way I said in order to do it. Make the color change options, okay? But here's the funny thing. When you market the pieces, you don't show them with the crazy bright color options. You just go, hey, here's the thing you can do. Here's the color. Here's the sections on the uniform that change colors with this color wheel and this color wheel and this color wheel. And you let the community find that out on their own. And if somebody makes a fucking bright pink Stabo harness with black fucking fatigues underneath and bright orange mag pouches, you know, that's on them in order to make it their own and be individual about it. If they want to stick out like a sore thumb and be an easy shot, cool.
Thing is,
I'm going to go with the muted colors and the cool and the stuff that's going to make me blend into my environments. Give me different sets of uniforms I could interchange to on a fucking map that make the camo and make my decisions actually matter something as far as visibility goes. I mean, it's the potential to do something like that within Battlefield is there. It just pisses me off that they don't take advantage of it because it's the easiest part that they could monetize and they wouldn't have to put much effort into it. Oh my God, we got to code some color shaders in for fucking belts and pouches and plate carriers and patterns. Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? And you would nuke Call of Duty immediately as far as customization goes.
And you still can be realistic and everything because...
Right.
You can. It's just like, it just depends what kind of content and assets you're gonna provide for the game. You know, like, as long as it makes sense in the universe, you can go as crazy as you want, as long as it makes sense. But of course, there's always gonna be. We had this. I was planning to do this topic just for one episode, like why Battlefield 6 might fail, and that was like 2 months ago. Like I had this topic idea for our podcast. We can talk for an hour and everything. But I realized, like, yeah, we talk so much, right? 2 months later, 8 episodes later, not gonna cover it now, but I can mention it now. Like, I had 3 reasons why the Battlefield 6 might fail in like moving forward. It's like one of the reasons is lack of content, horrible handling of the battle royale, and the community will get their way. When I say the community will get their way, is because they're gonna push for ideas that are so narrow-minded,
and outlandish.
I'm sure outlandish and everything, but it's just like they don't see the full picture. They want their Battlefield 3 remaster, and they will do everything they can at their power to get their Battlefield 3 remaster, no matter what they do. They don't care about the bigger picture. They don't care about the player base and everything.
No, fine. They can have it. They can have it. The easiest way they can have it, and we already have a way in order to do it for them. It's called
Portal. You just make good Battlefield 3 assets.
I forgot about that. My fucking god. Exactly.
Right fucking there it
Exactly.
is. So again, you have all of this prime grade A customization options for Portal. Fucking do it. Even make the joke and just have a settings that just say Battlefield 3 and you get the blue filter and everything. And that's it. If that's what people want visually, then let them go off and play in that sandbox. This is the part that fucking baffles me. People want higher end customization. I mean, everything I just listed as far as the customization system goes in Battlefield. I don't think there's a fucking soul in the world who would tell me that is a dumb idea. That's bad. We can't have that. We shouldn't have that.
No, Ray, you'll be
if
surprised.
You're fucking sane.
You'll be surprised.
If that's why I was about to get into my next point. If you're fucking sane, you're going to look at that and go, oh my god, this is exactly what this franchise needs. I can paint my tank up. Like, if I want to make my tank bright fucking pink and stand out, fine. Let me do that. But if you don't want to see that, give them the option to just flip a switch and turn it off. And all you see is just the basic color schemes. Fine. You could do this so you could make mass appeal. It could be easily done. Sell me uniforms. Let me change the belt color. Let me change the mag pouch color. Let me make individual changes to it in order to make that uniform my own.
You know what?
As long as the character designs are clearly distinctive between Pax Armada and NATO, it doesn't fucking matter what the colors are. If I can look at a uniform and the way it's structured and the helmets and and you could even individualize who's got access to what sides. Like, NATO gear should look more like NATO gear. Pax Armada appears to look like the more futuristic, starting to lean into 2042 shit. Fine. Then you divvy up the customization options evenly between the two so that they're still visually distinct. It's not hard. You could still do it with vehicles. You're not going to mix a fucking Abrams tank up with a Pax Armada tank. They've shown that. It's pretty bloody obvious.
You know.
So that everything's there.
You know what's? I kind of disagree about the switch to like remove the skins, but in Portal,
that's the only way you're going to shut those people up who don't want to see bright green.
In Portal, go at it. In Portal, go at it. You know what? Add that switch. In Portal, add that switch. Don't care. Portal, do whatever you want. Because
if that's the concession, fine. I'll
official
take it.
service,
I'll
I kind of
take that
disagree.
concession.
Official service, I disagree. But Portal, do it. Fuck that. Add that switch. Don't care. Add it. Whatever.
If I want to have just a strict Battlefield 3 server and all I want to see is Battlefield 3, then I should have the ability in order to flip that switch and make me only see Battlefield 3. Same thing with Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5 or 2042, because God forbid anybody would. I'm sure there's some people that are going to fire up and make 2042 Portal servers. God bless you. We still love you as well. You're part of the community just as much, no matter what anybody says. That being said, that's the whole point, I feel, of Portal, is the customization heights of it. If they're going to neuter the customization, if they're going to show us that we've got all of this customization, all this shit that we can do, and limit us on some of the visual aspects of it, then I'm going to really kind of decry that and go, that's kind of dumb. Because if you're going to limit me as far as gameplay mechanics go, why can't I just flip a switch and have everything kind of look like that game?
Yeah.
Make the base assets. Make the base multiplayer skins parts of Battlefield 3 skins, so that when you flip that switch, then the game just goes, okay, these are the only skins that you have in order to choose from. You don't change the color schemes. We can turn that modifier off, and it's just Battlefield 3, baby. I don't. If this is not what I just don't understand why are we not?
So
why
if Battlefield 6 will ever fail, I said 3 reasons. It's lack of content, the bad handling of Battle Royale, and the community will get their way. And I'm not talking about just skins and everything. I'm just talking about just general shit. And you know what? And I had this conversation with some community members in Call of Duty, because we were talking about aim assist and everything. And it's basically, I'm just like, this is the same conversations I've been having with Battlefield community, but just a different topic. It's like, well, it has to be this way, and that's because it's been like that forever and everything. Like, you guys, you don't see the full picture. Call of Duty has their own problems with aim assist and all that kind of stuff. While Battlefield has problem with just establishing itself as a fucking franchise and just its aesthetics and all that kind of stuff. But you have to realize we don't live in 2010s anymore. Like, we don't live in those times. We live in times where we've seen loads of games, loads of products, and everything that produced some amazing shit. In honestly, forget the microtransactions. We live in a golden age of video games, literally. So many good games out there to be played and explored and all that kind of stuff. So why you not, using all that information, all this good art and features that were made, that made gaming so fucking good, and you're not using that information to improve your game? You still want to live in the...
The funny thing about what you're saying is, we've reached that point where graphics have pretty much plateaued now.
Yeah.
So we can't get any real much better with visual fidelity.
It's not about the visuals anymore.
The market's not keeping up with... Because the market's not keeping up with the hardware in order to make...
That too, yeah.
But the ability to make these... Again, but the ability in order to make these advanced visuals is there. So we're now reaching the point where I'm hoping they're realizing we can't just make things look pretty. It's got to play well now. And I'm hoping that upper management and corporate suits and all the rest of the shit, I'm hoping they're starting to see this now. The winds have changed once again. And it's not because of anything. It's because we've reached that point. Games now look great. The mechanics are...
Evolution,
the mechanics are able to be done. That it's reached that plateau. We now need to go back into good gameplay.
Yep.
Because there's still games out there that aren't the highest of the fidelity realm, and they're still playing. They play good. Silksong is a fucking classic now. And it's not even the top end of graphical fidelity of what's capable. I mean, I look at fucking Cyberpunk on my machine, and I'm running on, pretty goddamned high settings, and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty fucking impressive nowadays. And it's stable. It's running well. Okay, not perfect. I've seen some funny shit. That game is...
Video games will be games. Nothing changed regarding that.
It still shows me that I'm still playing a game in spite of how good everything looks, and it still kind of needs those little quirks and those little charms, and that's what's making certain games last as long as they are. So I hope we're reaching that turning point. I hope we don't have to wait around much longer. That we're finally pivoting back into now things look great. Now they have to play great.
As we're going to
back to fun.
As we go to the end of the episode, I'm just gonna say this just to end the conversation, just for now 5-10 minutes. So you said we should focus on gameplay now instead of the graphical fidelity. Yeah, fully agree. Then I look, for example, other games. Go back into Warzone. It's not even Warzone. Just every first-person shooter these days. Any first-person shooter, including Fortnite, Apex, Warzone, Battlefield, whatever, doesn't matter. We're reaching this point where people they don't want fair, competitive gameplay, gameplay elements, whatever you want to call it. People are looking for experiences now. And what I mean by that is they kind of want someone to hold their hand and basically enjoy the experience of shooting someone in the face in the multiplayer. They don't care about... As soon as they're gonna get dropped by a good player, because that player has been playing for God knows how many hours, and he's basically dominating that player, and loads of people don't want that anymore. They want experiences. They want, let me shoot some, let me shoot some players, maybe win a game casually, all that kind of stuff. And people don't treat video game online shooters the same anymore. Back in the day, when you encountered a good player, let's say in Battlefield 3 or Call of Duty 4 or something like that, in those old games, or CS or whatever, when you see a good player, it's fuck, he's good. I kind of low-key want to be good as him. And loads of people play loads of games to get better, practice and everything to be good players. These days, now, people don't want that. People want experiences. People want to, come back from work, sit down and just relax and enjoy the war experience or something like that. And then they get mad that a player that has been playing for so long gets dunks on them. And they complain, oh wow, fucking sweat, oh fuck this, oh moving and everything.
I mean, it does. Let's not deny the fact, because we've both been there before.
let's not deny that it is pretty fucking shitty when that happens, and I'm not going to deny that it isn't, because I would be a hypocrite. That being said, that's kind of the opposite side of the coin of having something that's competitive. You're going to have those people, just like life. You're going to have those people that just have more fucking time somehow, some way, or have more money somehow, some way to invest than what you do. It's a fact. The only way you're going to get around that is to figure out how to manage your time so that you would have more time. Problem being is like I point out constantly, bro, we're in our fucking 40s now. There are people in our age that, okay, for the most part, some of our fellow generations kids should be on their way out of fucking high school by now, if not already out. So time is kind of going back to our hands. But for those that are, college, early 20s, 30s, high school, lest ye forget, time is a finite resource. There's only 24 hours out of the day. 8 of those hours you're supposed to sleep for the most part. 8 of those hours we're either at work or school or taking care of something else. That leaves only but 8 hours in order to do something. Pretty sure my math is off on that. Anyway, I didn't want to lose my train of thought. So we have a finite amount of time in our lives. There are going to be those that don't have that 8-hour obligation. For some people, it's a 2-hour obligation. For some people, they work at fucking home, and that's all they do while they work at home. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a fact of life. If you want to play a cinematic experience or something that you can 100% control over, and you can get your endorphins out, and you can get your relaxation out, then I invite you to go back and start playing single-player games like I do when I want those types of experiences.
Exactly.
Because when I'm looking for that type of shit, I don't jump into multiplayer. I don't play Grand Theft Auto with other people for a fucking reason, because that game is infuriating enough on its own. I don't want to add the element of other people pissing me off. But when I do accomplish something, I get my pride out of it, even though I do it all by my goddamn self. I'm fine with that. That's challenging for me. You have to find your ways in order to find that shit. You can't just expect every form of medium or everything out there to fucking conform to your damned lifestyle. Everybody has got to get that. This is my societal lesson for the day. Everybody needs to stop expecting everything to fucking conform to them. I don't care who you are, where you come from, everything. Everything in life is not going to concede for you. You've got to do your best to adapt. We're human beings. We're adaptable. It's one of the reasons why we're the kings of the fucking rock that we infest. Because we're adaptable.
Problem is, when I play online multiplayer games now, people complain that they can't adapt, and or when developers introduce a feature to help those casuals, like casual people. I'm not saying
everybody who sweats loses their shit about it. No.
Actually,
you can't appease everyone.
No, this is what happens usually. Like, developers add some sort of feature to help the people. Not say bad. When I say casual, I'm not saying bad players. I'm just saying that casual players, right? To help those players to maybe close the gap a little bit and so on, right? And comparative players, they're actually good at the game. It's like, wait, this is kind of shit, because it kind of removes that and that and that, kind of removes the skill gap, all that kind of stuff. And of course, those character players, well, fuck you, because adapt. If you're so good, adapt to the situation. Okay, cool. So what? Those good players will still gonna be destroyed, but the same players that kept shouting at good players to adapt, they stop playing a month later anyway. And that's why, for example, Warzone. The reason why Warzone is not doing great numbers right now is because in the first, Activision entertained this idea, okay, we need to somehow, first and foremost, they kind of fucked up with the aim assist being too much. So the power creep is already there, so that's mistake one. Okay, but let's ignore that. They introduced a thing called Warzone Casual, Battle Royale Casual, which is basically 20 players and 130 players, the rest of the server is bots. Okay, whatever, right? Doesn't sound too bad. Problem is, because that was introduced because people start playing Battle Royale. Because, people think, oh, too much sweat and all that kind of stuff. Well, but that's kind of the purpose of the Battle Royale. But they kind of still want to play the Battle Royale. So, okay, let's introduce casual. But the same casual players that, want to play Battle Royale, but they don't want to earn that victory, don't want to earn to be best player on the server, they play this casual mode, and then they stop playing a month later. And then, because they left, the normal servers are basically dead, because, only sweats left in the game because all the casual players complained about sweats, but they went to casual, and now no one's playing the game. So like it's just complete mismanagement on all levels, and that's why I hate like when try to appease like certain group of people. It's like the same Camos, the same Battlefield 6 Master Camos. Oh yeah, look, all the Camos and everything, cool. For me, why is it here for me? For me, it's nothing. If I want a skin, I'll just, I guess, I'll use any skin that I like. I don't really care. Like, these Master Camos not
It's the
worth my
ultimate
time.
futility, bro. It's the ultimate futility. Jack of all trades is a master of none, just as much as trying to appeal to all, you may appeal to none. That is what it is at the end of the day. Not one singular experience is going to make every single person in the human race go, yay, it's perfect. Depending on. But we're let into the context of video games, not other life experiences, you fucking poivoids. Get your goddamn heads out of the gutters. I heard them plink. But not one video game experience is going to appeal to everybody in the market. You can try and throw out multiple aspects in order to try and appeal to as much as possible. But again, back to the phrase, a jack of all trades is a master of none. If you try to appeal to a wired market, you're not really appealing to anybody specifically. So, that is why having a robust market of different video games and different experiences is a good thing, because maybe I don't like the fact that vehicle play is mixed into my first-person shooter, so I wouldn't want to play a game like Battlefield. I would rather play a game like COD, which is more infantry-focused. If we took both of those franchises and shoved them together, imagine how fucking bland things would be.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So while I understand trying to include as many groups and people and appeal to as many different types of players as humanly possible from a business standpoint is the best thing in the world, sometimes you have to admit the ultimate futility and just play the fucking hand you can play well.
Yep.
And play it well. And play it well.
Yeah, so long story short, keep in mind, I'm excited for Battlefield 6. I'm gonna play Battlefield 6. Hey, join our Discord. We're all gonna play Battlefield 6 when it's out. We're all gonna be online and playing in the voice chat and everything. Join our Discord. I'm gonna have so much fucking fun. Hey, the Master Camos look like shit. Okay, like something else is missing. Okay, no customization, whatever. Like, okay, cool. But you know what? Another day, I don't care. I'll have fun. But it kind of sucks that we don't have stuff that we're supposed to be having, because I think you would imagine Battlefield in 2025 will have that, but hey, it's not happening, so not happening. Whatever. You know what? It doesn't matter.
Also, at the same time, it's possible we could still get all of this down the line.
Maybe,
it's
yeah.
still there. I mean,
sure.
It's the odds change by the day.
Stuff happens,
but it's
yeah.
still
Stuff
there.
changes, yeah. You never know. I'm still excited for the game, but I'm just disappointed that I'm just worried like that the Battlefield's not gonna make the same mistakes like other games did. Like, you know, start appeasing to a certain group and then no one's gonna be happy. Like, okay. It's just one of the things. Like, I'm excited for Battlefield 6. I'm really looking forward to Battlefield 6, but it just pisses me off sometimes with the developers. And I'm not blaming the developers in this case, because they have to, you know, get the number somehow. You know, those 100 million need to come from somewhere, I guess. So you kind of have to appease to those people, unfortunately. The problem is, but I just I know they're not gonna stay for too long. And listen, I know it's a really unpopular opinion what I would say, but mainstream gaming was a mistake. It's it kind of became a mistake. It is, because as soon as gaming became such a mainstream thing, mainstream gaming, it's such an amazing thing, because it brought loads of people together. People met new friends, met their significant others, whatever the case may be.
All walks of life, from everywhere in the world.
Like any media,
I mean,
right?
for fuck's sake, I'm in the U.S. and you're in goddamn UK.
Exactly. We would not
known
be
each other for over a decade now.
Yeah, more than a decade. We would not know each other without games and everything. That's great. But at the same time, you kind of have to realize, fuck me, mainstream gaming is just a fucking nonsense. A bunch of nonsense people just chatting shit. And I want this game to be this way and everything. Oh, you know, shut the fuck up, man. It's a video game. It's a fucking video game.
Again, the market is so saturated. There's so much out there. You just gotta look. You've just got to.
There's
look
literally
for
games
that
for
fits
everyone.
you.
Yeah, exactly. There's
That's
a game
it.
for everyone. So why you have to ruin experience for
is.
everyone else? Like that's like.
I mean, if you are the most depraved of gooner in the fucking world, there's stuff out there for you. If you like milsim shooters, there's stuff out there for you. If you like action adventure games, there's so much out there for you. Like I said earlier, you can't just expect everything in order to conform to you. You gotta find what you like about it. I mean, I don't fucking love everything about Battlefield. I don't fucking love every goddamn aspect of the game, but there's enough of it that I do love that I continue to support it and love it to this day. But I'm not going to expect it in order to 100% change to my fucking play style. I don't want Battlefield to start implementing duct crawling and fucking stealth mechanics and shit like that. But I find ways in order to try and make that happen for myself. I don't expect them to make that change for me. They give me suppressors and tools in order to be able to support somewhat that play style, and I get away with it. I mean, I feel like a lot of people should just start looking at things like kind of like, what could I find out of this? And if I can't find anything, then I should just move on with my time. I've only got so much time on this earth anyway.
Yeah, exactly. This thing, I'm getting older, right? Like you went to the like more casual experiences and everything. I'm still a competitive person. I still want to have good, fair, competitive experiences because that's what keeps me going, right? I don't like single player experiences that much and all that kind of stuff. I like or shooting bots. I'm not having fun with that. I want experiences where like I feel like I achieved something. Like yeah, I beat that player fair and square, and I deserve this prize because I fucking won it. Like that's my brain. That's how my brain always worked. You know, since I was a child. That's me. But I understand everyone's different. But here's the thing: I'm not gonna force that mentality on someone else. If they don't enjoy it, that's fine. Like go play other games. Like or. Sure, or I'll move to other games that provide that experience, but I'm not gonna force that on someone that I know it's not for them. Like, yeah, it's like.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong. There's nothing fucking wrong with being competitive. There's nothing wrong with not being competitive. There's nothing wrong with a lot of this shit. So just like I don't see why everybody insists on making the buffet just serve one fucking thing so everybody's happy.
Yeah.
The buffet is there to appeal to other people. The buffet is the gaming market. There's a lot on the buffet table. Let's fucking grab what we like and fucking eat and chow down, chill, and enjoy things.
As we end the podcast, I'm just gonna say this: me and Matteo went to a buffet recently. And I was thinking, maybe I should grab that pizza. And she's like, "You're in a Chinese buffet. Why are you grabbing pizza? Don't you dare!
You're grabbing pizza?
Don't you dare, bitch!" I'm like, but we pay for it. Don't you dare! I'm like, okay, just like.
I mean, if it was like some Chinese food pizza or something like some weird,
it was like American
Asian take on
pizza, something like that. I was like, look, I had everything, right? I was like, I want maybe a sliced pizza. Don't you dare! Like, but yeah, no! Like,
the ironic thing about that is we do that over here too. Like our Chinese buffets have fucking pizza in them for whatever God knows reason, and it always looks like nobody touches it. Like it's just been neglected. It's just there to be there. It's there so it won't get a fine.
I guess.
But like,
I don't know. I just wanted because we came from the cinema. It was like. I wouldn't say no. I had everything. Like, let me try everything. Don't you dare in a Chinese buffet. But
let's stop it at the Chinese buffet. Oh boy, do I want me some good sushi. No.
Crab's pizza. Like, but this thing, I don't care. I just want food. Like, Matteo is a food snob, so that's why. Like, but yeah. And before everyone's gonna come, like, is she being abusive? Chill, fam. Chill. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. But yeah. Anything else? I don't know.
So it has been a wild ride leading up to Battlefield 6.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride. I can't believe it.
We all won't talk again until we're on the other side of it. It's kind of it's no matter what happens, how things go, we're glad we've been here at least throughout this. Now we just hope things continue to go from here on out. If any devs or anybody still listening, look, we still appreciate the work you do. In spite of, we still love you. To those that are supporting the podcast and still do, thank you very much. Our Patreon supporters, thank you especially. Our subscribers, thank you doubly and triply. The only other thing we can say at this point is just kind of help us out by sharing, like, and subscribe, give the algorithm that good old engagement.
You have to tell everyone that this is a Battlefield-related podcast. That's the problem we have with marketing.
Yep.
People, like, it's not that we produce bad content or whatever the case may be. It's just people don't know that we exist. That's the problem. Like,
figure out how to work it out in a work conversation. Do you play Battlefield? Yeah. Why, yes, I do. Oh, cool. Here's my screen name, too. Did you know of this podcast? There's only one.
Actually, we're the only one consistent, on a regular basis. But yeah.
Please clap.
Hey, please clap. Yeah. Please subscribe to Patreon. 50% off until the 10th of October. Maybe those 100 subs were not a mistake. Maybe it was on purpose.
Be a great thought. That being said, before we get too much more longer,
I have nothing else to say. Yeah, I just want to play Battlefield 6. And when you're listening to this on Tuesday, if you're on public feed, if you listen on Patreon, you have a week left till the Battlefield 6 days to go. I just want to play the game.
Let's fucking
go, man. Battlefield 6, just around the corner. Days off and everything. Join Discord, play with us, have fun. Yeah, I have nothing else to say. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for supporting us, all that kind of stuff. Patreon.com/TheLankySoldier. Discord in the link, in the show notes and everything. And yeah, that's it. I have nothing else to say. Leave a like, of course. Or whatever you're doing on... Yep. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you guys in the next one. We'll see you with Battlefield 6, our first impressions of the game. Woo! Hey, you still here? Thank you for listening to our show, and if you really enjoyed the show, please leave a rating or like, because it helps us to grow and provide the content that you really enjoy. And of course, do support us on Patreon, patreon.com/TheLankySoldier, for exclusive content that is only available there. And as you do that, link your Discord and join our friendly Discord server that is available for everyone to join. Stay in touch with us, just don't be a stranger, let us know what you think and everything. So yeah, that's gonna it. So thank you guys for listening again, have a good day, don't be a stranger, and we'll see you on the battlefield.